Hello, this is Money Mitch 26, and we are on VRML 1 watching some Echo Arena tonight. With me, I have H Penny. How you doing, H Penny?
Doing quite fine. Excited for a nice EU matchup here. We have Blast versus Vodoo here. Good good diamond matchup here. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, and we also have the legendary Wonder T Man on cams helping us out here, so we're going to have quite a show. They should be readying up soon here. While we wait for that, I will just mention that, if anybody doesn't know, on the 20th of November, just the whole thing, the whole month. It's Full Fest. We're in Full Fest right now. This weekend, we have. Wait, does that make sense? Sorry, guys, I'm second guessing myself. This weekend, I believe it's happening now. We've had Onward, Pavlov. They've both started their qualifiers, so be sure to subscribe to VR Master League or Pavlov VRML on Twitch to tune in to both of those events. Also on November the 5th and 6th is the Echo Arena VRML Season 6 Cycle 3 Challenger Cup in North America. The game starts 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on both days on this channel, Echo Arena _ VRML. Have we got an update on these guys readying up? Because we'd like to get going. Have you casted these teams before, Penny?
I don't think I've actually personally casted them. I've been here and watched I've been like in the VC. Oh wait, no, I did sorry. My memory sucks. Yesterday I did do a cast with Blast. I was only sideline.
Here we go, the neutral joust. We have Blast picking this up very quickly, already setting up for a position around Bubble, finding one pass and sending a shot straight in within 9 seconds. Boop, puts that in, assist by Beaver. That was quick.
That's some very, very quick playing here. Already from the side of Blast, got those quick scores, as they always do. But that does mean Vodoo is going to have the joust advantage here as they come out of the boosters with their rollout. Already quickly sending it out, but appearing to get stunned out. Not going to be able, Blast not able to recover it from them in time though. So they're going to keep it that possession, but it's going to get snatched out by Boo. Beautiful steal, sending it over to Vodoo's side now.
Yeah, that was snatched, and we're seeing a loose disc here, but Beaver is the one to pick that up. Beaver inverted. Finds a pass up high, and it is collected by JBLB, who's looking to connect it to someone else, and we find Vodoo slapping it out. And just looking at the odds on the VRML website, the odds were 42 votes for Blast to win and 1 for Vodoo. So if Vodoo can show up here and try and break even, it's going to be impressive.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from how long Blast has been together, you know, have time to have that chemistry build up. So, I don't know, we'll see where this goes. Again, this is Echo Arena, this can go anywhere, but Lone Gecko right now, trying to move it up to Boot, but while they're in the bubble, they're not able to get it. An attempted clear out from Vodoo, but it is not going to go out, not getting those bounces that they want. Just stun after stun. Nobody can quite keep a possession here, but Blast, very strong actually keeping their possession, surprisingly, right now. As they do end up moving it into the Vodoo bubble and going in for the 2. Now 2 minutes in and 4 points towards Blast.
Yeah, they're really showing their experience here, and the chemistry, as you alluded to there, they're playing very well together. But Voodoo aren't, they're not being completely walked over. They're having a very strong stun game here as they're getting very critical time stuns on the enemy, giving them the chance to maintain a bit of possession here. And let's see how they play here. Passing over to the left tunnel. It's ended up as, even though they were pressured by the front stack, we find Starkey17 passing over to the right. We have Blitz. Blitz challenged very quickly by the back stack there. Lone Gecko taking a slow shot. Almost on target, just hitting the backboard there. And it's held by Starkey17, who's clearing this out very deep. That's a very deep clear. Almost a shot as he sends it all the way into the bubble there. But now it's being cleared out by Beaver from Blast. And Blast find themselves on the offensive, shooting at an open goal, and they put that in. Boop. 60 meters per second speed away from, speed on the shot, 18 meters away from the goal. They bring themselves to a 7-point lead.
I will say, Voodoo, with that stack coming back, they had a strong stack. They got there before Blasted, but they did not have the aim and precision they needed to be able to go for the disc. Unfortunately for them, they just missed a little bit. But hey, sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes that happen. Looks like they're slowing the rollout a little bit here, not getting that behind pass that they want. Is going to be in the hands of Lone Gecko now after a turnover. Lone Gecko just walking into the bubble, sending it over to Boop. Boop, sending it under the clock to Beaver, who is going to move it in for the 2. Just got those pass positions set up and everything. Voodoo not quite able to defend that, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it looked like Voodoo made a small mistake there, and it might have played on their mind a little bit, as they seemed to make that one mistake, and then they were trying to clean up, get back to position, get back to goal. And here they are with a possession joust, passing over to right tunnel, trying to get a hand on it once it goes through, but the defense of Blast have got it through, and so quickly they're capitalizing on those collections. And well, that's in within 10 seconds. That's another goal, but for Beaver.
Yeah, I mean, Blast playing very aggressively right now. We're not even halfway through the round. They are up by 12 right now. And Voodoo has not had much of a chance to score a single point right now. And a steal from Boop, reading the rollout. Trying to send it in for the 2, but not getting the bounce off the backboard. Unfortunate for Blast. That would have been a very clean play for them, but it is going to be... I would say turnover, but I guess recovered by the side of Voodoo. But, I mean, possession change after possession change right now. It is back into the Voodoo side. Nobody can hold possession right now. Beaver trying to go for the shot, but dinging it once again. Starkey with it now, clearing it back into the Blast side. It cannot stay in one area right now.
Yeah, that's the second time Starkey's got a very deep clear there. If they can capitalize on that and get their stacks into the positions that they're making those clears, then they can really turn this around. But saying that, they're building up a bit of a passing play, and Blitz puts that in, assist by Ando. That gives them their first points on the board. Here we are, Voodoo getting a goal in.
Yeah, Voodoo finally just after the halfway mark here, getting some points on the board for them. Maybe a chance to turn things around, as there is still plenty of time to do so here in Echo Arena. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock is plenty of time to score 10 points. It's just up to, I mean, really both sides to determine whether that will happen, as these passes are certainly picking up. Blitz with it now, but getting stunned out by Beaver with the quick stacks, quick regrabs. Now keeping that possession, sending it at JBLB, who is going to boot, but they get stunned and stolen out of their hands. Starkey now clearing it out. That is another stack race once again, but bouncing off the Geo to try to avoid bouncing there, and that is going to take all of their speed, as it is now in the hands of Lone Gecko, trying to get those passes over once again.
Yeah, we see Blast with possession here, and it's just unforgiving. It's unforgiving when Voodoo do get a chance. And saying that, that's another shot coming in by JB. It looked like it could have been a 3, but it wasn't. It was a 2. It was 6 meters out there. They put another point in. Are they on track for a mercy? Potentially. There is 3 minutes to go. And that's just the kind of matchup we're seeing here. They're just...
Don't curse it.
So, yeah. I think that's every time. Every time I've been in the cast with you, I've made predictions when I shouldn't do. And here we are, Voodoo moving this out. Getting it quite deep here, but Blaster picking it up on the back line, as they seem to be doing quite often. I guess that's their back stack just doing very well, being in the right place at the right time and cleaning up there. Beaver finds himself duking out a couple players. He passed it down deep. The front stack's not quite in position to pick that up, but it does ding. And we have a loose disc here with Voodoo trying to slap it out, change of possession back and forth, and we have a juking goal there by Lone Gecko, putting that in. Almost a dunk.
I mean, it looked like a dunk. I guess they just dropped it last like
Mm,
millisecond, but nonetheless, Voodoo right now they're picking up their pace. They are picking
mm.
up their pace. They are maintaining possession. They are getting those passes, but Blast still just staying ahead of them right now. As Starkey with the rollout now, sending it over to the Legend. Legend moving in, trying to go for the bold shot, but is not going to go in. Starkey now with that precise stack, getting right on top of it and scoring another 2 points, finally getting some more points on the board for them this round.
Yeah, this is what they want to. That's what they need to be doing. Even if that didn't go in, it's showing that they are a threat on goal. As Legend takes that half court, just missing the goal there. They're very capable of turning this around. And I mean, I'm biased. I can't help but root for the underdog, and that's what I'm going to end up doing here. Apologies, I am biased. I want them to turn this around. I like upsets, and that's what I'm rooting for here. As Lone Gecko comes through mid here, taking his time with 1 minute 45 seconds left on the clock. He is being challenged here by Blitz, who's trying to read him, and it's passed up and not received on the ceiling there. And Voodoo find themselves in a situation where they potentially can claw and fight their way forward, but Blast are just one step ahead here as they're moving into the bubble already. He doesn't need an assist. He tried to 1v1 the goalie there, but the goalie read it, slapped it down, and Blast find themselves in possession again, pushing towards the bubble, looking for that bottom pocket. And it's being cleared out here and picked up on the back line again by Boot. This is unrelenting. Unrelenting. They go. If it doesn't work out, they go again. They go again. And they're pushing on this bubble. And let's see how Voodoo can defend this bubble here. This is picked up by Starkey. And Starkey trying to get one of his clears through. And Blast once again find themselves in position, moving towards the bubble, looking for a pass option. And this time they find it. I've lost who got credit for that because it's hit the goalie's head. Yeah, that's in. That was a forced self goal there.
Doesn't matter too much in the end because nonetheless, it is more points for Blast. As we cross the 30-second mark, I mean, for quite some time, a little bit here, there has not been any mathematical time left over for Voodoo to take this back, but now it is definitely sealed in. As this round is going to be in the hands of Blast, there's still a little chance for maybe one more souvenir point here. But relentless stunning from Voodoo here. I mean, hopefully they'll be able to carry that momentum into the next round as we do close off this first round. Blast with a huge 14-point lead.
Yeah, that's a very big lead. Not quite the Mercy. Who knows if that's what they were going for, but it was very close. That was very close. So as we go into a break here, I'd just like to read out a bit of sponsorship as we're on VRML 1 here. I'd like to thank our sponsor, AstrianProducts.com, for their continued and passionate support of VRML and VR esports. If you would like to thank them, head on over to AstrianProducts.com. When you're checking out, when you're purchasing something, use the code VRML5. Have I read that right? Yeah, VRML 50. Oh, it's an O. Maybe we can paste this in the comments because it's hard to say out loud like that. But VRML5 off
It's VR.
Astrian.
Yeah, you got
I'll paste it. I'll paste it in the chat to get $5 off orders over $20. What do you make of that first round? I know you said quite a bit during it, but H Penny, what are you seeing going forward, and what kind of circumstance do you want to see for Voodoo to bring this back in their favor?
Yeah, I mean, we're always here rooting for a round 3. So Blast, just as they always are playing very aggressively. They have very quick pace and everything, and we are going to go into round 2, so I will continue rambling on shortly, as we do have the neutral joust in the hands of Blast. Bit of a slow joust there, actually, as it goes to Boop. No, maybe slowing? No, picking up pace a bit as Beaver with it. That pressure right on him. Only a one-man pressure right now. They have a chance to take these passes, and they are going to take them. It goes to Lone Gecko. Lone Gecko just moving it up into the bubble. Not much pressure on him. And he's going to go for the shot, just narrowly missing, though. As it goes to Blitz. who is going to attempt to clear it out. Unlucky bounce there as it stays in the midfield, and Lone Gecko is able to recover it, who's going to pass it over to JBLB, moving it over to Beaver. Beaver sitting on that floor, moving it, sending it over to Boop. Boop just passing it around, moving it up to JBLB, sorry, who's going to now finally send it in for the 2. Some beautiful pass work from Blast once again.
Yeah, it looks like they're enjoying themselves there, finding those passes, passing around the bubble, finding the open man, passing to them, and then putting it in. Maybe they're going to be collecting the 2-pointers in this second round as we have Ando. Ando passing out to the right. We have Starkey 17. Starkey 17 looking for the reset perhaps. A little bit more juking, finding it with Ando. Ando's getting beaten to it by Lone Gecko, who passed it down to JB. JB looking to pick this up while inverted. Does receive it. And sends it back to Boop. Boop 90 moving forward now. Assessing his options as he passes it forward to JB. JB gets stuns out here, but we have Beaver picking this up. Beaver getting it back up to Lone Gecko. Lone Gecko spent a little too long looking for the next pass, and Ando steals that, clears that through, and we have a deep clear in the half of Boop. I mean, Blast, damn it.
It's okay. Boop is on Blast though, so it counts.
He is, yeah.
Lone Gecko with it now, sending it over to Boop, but all the cluster there, stunned out. Beaver, beautiful catch with the attempted dribble from Vodoo there. It's not going to work out though. This is in Lone Gecko's hands, going for the long pass to Beaver. Beaver with the open goal, going in for the not so long 3, very close 3 actually. And that is going to bring them up by another 3. This round is going a bit slower, I've noticed.
It is. It could be deliberate. It could be Blaster going, okay, right, so we had quite a lead there. Maybe we can just take our time and just enjoy it rather than trying to get to the end so quickly. Maybe we can enjoy this game as we have Ando coming out now looking for a way to get through the defense here, and that is picked up by Lone Gecko. He's sending it forward, picking up the rebound there as Beaver, and Beaver sending it in like he just did, what, 15 seconds ago? He puts that in again. 13 seconds to score that, 17 meters per second speed. 10 meters away, he puts in another 3.
Yeah, and just elaborating on what you said before about maybe Blast just kind of slowing things down. I think it also could be Vodoo just kind of bringing some momentum from that first round, because I do think I say this a lot. Also, stun out there, just diving for the disc, but it's Boop with it now. But yeah, no, I say this a lot, but a lot of teams are not first round teams. They gotta bring that momentum. There is an open goal right now, but not for long, as that disc pass is missed, unfortunately. Trying to dive for it, but Boop ends up getting stunned out, so it is going to go to Vodoo. Trying to clear it out, but that bounce off of that nugget there. But Blitz still able to clear it out, going for the very long clear all the way into the Blast bubble. The stacks are in, the goal is open, and they are going to take the 2 Starkey, bringing them up for their first goal of the round.
Yeah, perhaps Vodoo are learning to get a bit stunny there as they're holding back the stacks. It took a while for a Blast stat to get back in time, as they had 2, maybe 3, I can't remember, players deep in the enemy bubble there. But regardless, here we are with Blast coming out. Boop passing it over to the left tunnel. We have JB. JB sending it deep there. Bouncing loosely, and we have Blast picking this up again. Boop holding this. Maybe that's intentional. They've done that 2-3 times now. They're just passing it forward to up and to the right there, where one of their own players does end up picking it up. Boop holding it again. Passing it over to JB. JB moving in towards the goal and trying to swing it in. I believe he got stunned out just before he could release at the correct angle there, as Vodoo raced towards the disc to pick it up, and the legend picks this up, looking at his angle, and he's stunned out by JB. Gets it forward with a lovely replay play there to Beaver in the tunnel, who has a lovely angle on goal, and he puts that in. The goal, 18 meters per second speed, half court there, and that's in.
Beautiful half court from Blast there. As always, again, playing very aggressively. They're punishing anything they see, and they certainly saw that open goal, that is for sure. So it is going to be Vodoo once again with the just advantage. Trying to pass it, but it's not going to go. And maybe a shot here, It is going to go in with the bounce shot from Beaver. Okay.
Yeah, that was remarkable. I had no idea that was going in until it was like near the hitting, bouncing on the back wall there. And we have a pause coming in here. I can assume is by Voodoo. You want to have a little locker room talk there. I'm assuming it's a strategic. It's not a technical since no one's dropped out here. Any further comments to add at this point in time, Penny?
Yeah, it's just I think mainly that or Blast right now is very much punishing as they usually do. Again, Blast loves playing very aggressively, I've noticed. I'm not super familiar with the players on Voodoo, but their goal is left open sometimes. They have very much potential to try to take this, but they have to play very carefully, and I do think that is why they are definitely trying to take their pause here, just kind of rethink things a little bit in their room here. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that about leaving the goal open because it sometimes it looks like they're being very risk adverse. When they lose the disc, there's often one or two players like running back to cover the shot lane. But yeah, perhaps you're seeing something else where they're perhaps being more aggressive. I don't know. It seems quite a defensive play. Like they're trying to minimize the goals coming in rather than trying to be on the offensive.
I think that is a fair. I think that's fair. I think it's mainly because I've seen these last few plays have really just been Blast taking advantage of open goals. And I think
Yeah.
maybe on elaborating on what you said is maybe just that Blast is realizing that they are playing defensively. So like with that half court, for example, they're trying to do things before the defense can even get back to it. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see
that makes
where this
sense.
goes and see if Voodoo has a chance of taking this back.
Yeah, and we find Ando taking his time this time on Nest. He's passing it forward to the pass he has with Legend. Legend getting over to Blitz. Blitz sending it very quick passes now by Voodoo. They seem to pick up their pace. Their pace as Beaver picks this up now. Getting it down to JB. JB finding the next pass we have with Boop. Finds himself in mid looking for a long shot. It's not quite in, but Beaver's there to clean up.
Yes, more points for Blast. Once again, we're closing just after 4 minutes here. And the chance for Voodoo to take this back is getting lower by the second. I believe there is still mathematical time. Yeah, no, there's definitely still time as we are just nearing 3 minutes 30 seconds. And another, once
Oh.
again, another long shot from Blast, catching me off guard, excuse me.
Mm.
We do get, I'm not going to say it, but we are getting closer to a certain milestone of the game that
Mm.
happens at a 20-point advantage, if you will.
Yeah, it's just so punishing. It's so demoralizing as well when you're on the possession joust here and one little slip up leads to conceding to 3 points. It's pretty rough. But here we are, Legend fancying his chances, taking a lovely long shot down there. And it's picked up by Starky, and Starky puts that in. 3 points for Voodoo. It's not over yet.
Definitely is not over yet, as that point or the point difference right now has been lowered down to only 14 points. Well, I say only, that is quite a few points, and the time for this to happen. Voodoo is going to have to play extremely carefully if they want a chance of taking this back. But Beaver right now, open goal once again.
Mm.
The Voodoo only, I believe, only two players in their defensive area at that time, unfortunately. Just not able to get everyone back in time. So looked like the stack that was staying on goal had to try to fend off the disc there.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We're seeing it again. We're seeing Blast force situations like right now where they have the goal wide open, and because they can hit those threes, oh, because 9 out of 10 threes they shoot, they hit, they are find themselves in such large leads, like 14 points difference, as we have Beaver holding this now in his own half, passing it across to Boop. Boop trying to clear it down, and it's hitting the Geo and falling back into their own area. Beaver picking this up on the ceiling, pressured by a stack, finding the pass over with Boop. Boop's backing up now, playing with this stack that's right in his face there, as they're still pressing the disc. but Blast find them in a situation where they can slow down, back out, and keep passing around. And now JB finds himself forward on the half of Voodoo, finding passes over with JB, and wow, that's in. And that's the milestone, the certain milestone you were talking about. It's happened.
Yes, we can say it now because it has happened. That's right. Blast coming in with the Mercy 25-5 with a very strong advantage through both rounds here. Taking Blast again, taking this one in 2 with the second round Mercy.
Yeah, there we have it. Penny, do you enjoy free things? Do you like getting things for free?
I do like getting things for free.
Oh, that's great. I hope other people do as well, because throughout all of Fall Fest, we'll be giving away HyperX products during select live streams. Be sure to keep an eye out for any hints as to when these might be by watching the announcement channel in the Echo Arena VRML Discord server.
Yeah, a lot of big things going on.
Yeah, so since that's it, we've had our 2 rounds here. One closing thing I will just mention, speaking of Fall Fest, on November the 20th, it's a day you're not going to want to miss. Echo Arena VRML Season 6 Grand Finals for NA, EU, and OCE. This should be one of the biggest shows. It should be one of the biggest shows in VRML history. So be sure to tune in for the best Echo Arena you'll see all year. November 20th. November 20th. November 20th. All right, cool. So we have a couple more EU matches lined up for this evening. So that was Blast versus Voodoo at 7 p.m. UK time. So I believe that's 2 p.m. Eastern. We have Team Gravity versus Astronomic. And then immediately following that, well, scheduled for 40 minutes later, we have Scuffed versus Team Gravity. So stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, we are going to jump out of here. Any other closing statements here, Penny?
Yeah, not a whole lot to say. Just Voodoo, I mean, Blast right, just playing very aggressively as always, playing that high-paced game. They are always on top of it. Voodoo, I think the main thing was just defense and also just trying to keep possession. Really on both defense, but especially offense there.
Yeah, fair play. Okay, this has been VRML 1. I'm MoneyMitch26. I've had with me H Penny, and on the cams, Wonder T-Man. And we'll see you guys soon.
And we're underway. Save, steal, interception.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.